That said, let me kick it off today. Welcome everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Shirley Yang, head of community for Braintrust, and we're so glad to have you. You are all our approved talents, and you mean so much to us. You are owners of the network through our blockchain token called Braintrust. Every month we do these to update you on the network growth. We try not to use the words us because it's not about people who are working full-time at Braintrust. It's everyone who's on the network. So the network's growth, right? It's synonymous to our growth. And we want to use this time to be able to let you know how we're growing, how we're trending, new jobs for those who care about looking for new opportunities. And of course, crypto updates from Adam Jackson, as well as product updates from Shrina, our head of product, and marketing updates from Barbara and Kat, as well as governance, something that is core to a user-owned network. Is governance, and Megan will be talking to us about that today. So thank you all. And with that, I wanted to talk about our crypto survey. I saw that 84% of you are interested in crypto. That's fantastic. We ran a survey yesterday through email about if you're interested in earning crypto. And the reason why we're doing this is because you probably already know Braintrust is built on blockchain token. And we're planning on launching our tokens publicly later this year. What that means, Adam will cover later. And because of that, right, we are expanding our crypto earning programs through various ways. Some of you are already doing that through referring talent, referring clients, getting jobs on Braintrust, sharing on social media. We have a lot of ad hoc earning opportunities, and we're trying to systemize some of these to make them more programmatic, and you can earn more, right? And we want to be able to do this and offer this to our approved talents first before we open it up to retail investors, right? And so, but we want to make sure we're talking to the right people and we're not offering you things that you don't want. So with that, if you have not filled out our survey yet, please click on the survey link in chat and let me know if you're interested. What are you interested in doing? And I'll make sure you get to participate in the right way, okay? With that said, I'd like to kick it over to Adam Jackson, our co-founder and CEO, to give us some network updates and what's happening on in the crypto space.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see lots of new faces here and a few that have been with us for a while. Thanks for joining. So I want to first kind of zoom out for a second and talk about why we use blockchain, what our token's all about. I won't go through all the cases, but what I will do is link to our token landing page here in the chat. Our token simply represents ownership and control in our network. So we are not a giant corporation that runs a marketplace and tries to extract as many fees as possible out of all the transactions, like an Upwork or a Fiverr or even a big consulting firm. We're the opposite. We're a group where we are a software-driven marketplace that connects talent like you all with big clients that have basically insatiable demand for your services, like Goldman Sachs and Porsche and Nestle and many other great companies. And we do so in a really transparent way, taking a 0% fee from the talent and a flat 10% fee from the client, which is basically just meant to sustain upgrading and maintaining the network. And when you have that disruptive fee structure and combine that with giving ownership and control of our network out to our users early and often in exchange for all the great things you guys do to help build the network, primarily refer talent, help screen talent, vet talent, bring on clients, help onboard those clients, copywriting, UI design, coding, all the things that like we would have hired, hundreds or thousands of employees to do. We just have our community help us instead. In exchange, you get the Braintrust token. That token, of course, is used to control the network. It's a governance mechanism where you can use it to redeem courses on the academy that Shirley runs, a bunch of other uses for the token. And it's a very important distinction to make. We have never and will never sell tokens to the public. The only way to get our token is to earn it. So earlier, Shirley mentioned the term retail investors. It's not like it's not a term that matters to us. It's a community driven project, and the token represents ownership and control over this network. So it's not a dividend, it's not a financial token. It really is used for making sure that the Braintrust network's incentives always align with your incentives, right? As opposed to a lot of web-enabled marketplaces that just extract and take and take and take from their users, and eventually the users really don't like the operator. So that's the whole reason we're using a token. We're still on track for releasing this token on mainnet Ethereum later this year, which is super exciting. Some other kind of crypto updates. This is such a big and crazy space, and such a fun time to be building in it. But we'd like to highlight a couple of news items here and there. One of our a big U.S. bank called Citigroup, it's actually also one of our clients, is launching a digital asset unit within its wealth management group. What does that mean? It means the kind of broader U.S. financial system is starting to really embrace this space as a new asset class and understand the value that a lot of these new user-owned networks, could bring to the economy. Cryptos, I surely put this one in. I thank you. I wouldn't have found this one maybe otherwise. Crypto going mainstream through Hollywood. Fox creates a $100 million fund for NFTs. Jay-Z, Katy Perry are getting into the NFT game. If you don't know what an NFT is, you can check out these links that Shirley's pasting in here. We are not an NFT platform. We're a marketplace, maybe not as sexy as NFTs. And then finally, I wanted to talk about two topics. One's volatility. For anyone who follows the crypto markets, you notice they are very volatile, not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum and all the other tokens, very, very volatile. This is, it's sort of a feature of the asset class being very nascent. Back 20, 25 years ago when tech stocks were new, tech companies would be very volatile. These assets, they aren't stocks. They're not, most of them are not securities. They're tokens that are used inside of networks, but still volatile, right? So it's something that if you're getting into this space, understand that volatility is intrinsic. It happens with all projects and all assets, and it'll probably be that way for the future. So if you don't like volatility, tread lightly. And then finally, wanted to talk about a really cool opportunity we had about 2 weeks ago. I was in New York City, was invited by one of our big clients who's really ramping up hiring on Braintrust, Goldman Sachs. They invited me to come speak at their headquarters on Wall Street to talk about the space and all the interesting applications, from Bitcoin being a great store of value to DeFi, disrupting banks like Goldman Sachs, which they're keenly interested in. And then, user-owned networks and marketplaces like ours that, are disrupting corporations that extracted too much value and really taking that value and giving it back to the users, in our case, you, the talent. So got to speak for about an hour along with Fred Ersham from Paradigm, and the talk was really well received. It actually sparked some more interest in other groups of Goldman Sachs and putting more jobs on Braintrust. So it's good for us, but great exposure for our little tokenized network here. So that's it for me for now. Thanks again for coming in today. Back to you, Shirley.
Thank you, Adam, for that update and that overview. Next, we have Grady. Grady is our head of enterprise sales, and he has two things to tell you about today. One is an amazing case study that we created with Stanley Black & Decker, and of course, sales updates. Grady, over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Shirley. Hey, everybody. For those of you I haven't seen, nice to meet you. As Shirley mentioned, so I oversee the client side of Braintrust, working with a lot of our large enterprises and on my team. So I wanted to, last month, we announced either PackLife or Nestle, or maybe both, as far as new live case studies on the website, which is just great publicity for us as we're gearing up for public launch. And we've got a new one out with Stanley Black & Decker. So I just wanted to walk everybody through it briefly. I know we've got a lot behind this, so I'll be quick. The kind of problem they were trying to solve was Stanley Black & Decker is a large multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, and they wanted to start a software arm within that. So what do most people that are building software companies think? I need to move to the Bay Area. So they actually moved their headquarters to Silicon Valley to actually start the Silicon Valley office. But what they ran into right away, and we met these guys about a year and a half ago when they were starting to see these challenges, was like, now they're competing with all the tech companies for talent, right? So the local tech companies, the Googles, the Facebooks, et cetera, were eating up all the good tech, people that were localized. And so they were looking for new solutions, insert Braintrust. One of the big things that they really like about us and kind of what we were able to do for them was, one, find them talent immediately, right? So talented people, we were putting great people in front of them kind of early on, about a year and a half ago. Very, very quickly, very, very high quality, engineering, design, product management, even some digital marketing talent. And they were just overwhelmingly impressed. In that short period of time, they then hired 10 people. So kind of across the board, as you can see here in our core categories. So really a great use case for us, and not only like, finding talent quickly in the areas that they need, but like a broad depth of talent across a lot of their teams within Stanley X. So it's a really cool use case for them. And then what that also did for them was give them some more reassurance, and they can actually run a software company with remote resources, right? Like they moved there to have everybody co-located, insert COVID, insert tech companies, eating up all the talent. And this was a really great opportunity. And now they're one of our largest champions as a client, evangelizing us not only within the broader Stanley Black & Decker, but also with other clients and other talent as well. So I wanted to be able to point this out, like a lot of really great things across the board, including cost savings, of course, which is kind of prevalent with most of our folks as far as clients go that are working with agencies. So really cool thing here. You guys can go check it out at the URL here. I'm sure somebody will drop it into the comment section as well. That's it. So really excited about that. The other thing I wanted to give everybody an update on is just sales updates. So we'd like to kind of go through sales updates for the month. Let me stop sharing. Oh, cool. So looking back at June, just in general, we had a fantastic month. So as I always like to kind of do a compare between, the month previous and quarter previous. So in May, just for reference, we posted 96 jobs, new client jobs coming up. In June, we almost doubled it. So we did 172 jobs hitting the network in June, which is just like incredible growth from a month over month perspective. What we were noticing is, kind of the word's getting out. So like we had a lot of organic inbounds, a lot of mid-market, a lot of small businesses coming in looking for great talent that just can't find it anywhere else. We've got a ton of repeat customers. So we're now at kind of critical mass. We're rolling into it where we've got clients who've done, 1-2 hires from us. And now they're coming back in for some more organic kind of repeat hire growth. And then I mentioned it last month, but we added some folks to the sales and account team as well to kind of combat this and help, kind of usher our clients along as they're getting used to kind of the whole marketplace feel and learning how to self-serve. So huge growth on that front. In addition to that, like we talk about it every month, like focusing on fill rate. So when we do get a job, how quickly and how effectively can we match somebody with that? And then just for an update there, we're continuing to climb month over month. We started the year kind of in the mid 30s as far as fill rate goes. And in June, we'll creep up into the mid 40s, and then hoping to continue that trend as we just get more efficient in coaching clients through the right way to post jobs, the right rates, the right skills that they should be including, and just helping them along the process, in addition to bringing more talent into the network. So really great to see just in general fill rate going up. That's like our most critical metric as we're starting to move people into positions. And then really what that did, so, more jobs, higher fill rate, of course, that's going to lead to more people getting hired. So last month we had basically a 30% increase over the previous highest month, which every month we kind of just stack on top of each other. We had 44 different companies making hires last month. So a lot of those companies made multiple hires, of course, but 44 different businesses using Braintrust to hire in a single month is just incredible at this point. The June average hourly, I reported out on this last month, but it was crazy. We had about a 15% jump in the average hourly rate from the first quarter to May. And then we had another kind of small jump from May to June. So we're starting to see just that trend continue, which means everybody on this call gets paid more when you're getting jobs through Braintrust at this point. And then we had some really big logos. We had a big shift last month. Like the previous month, we had done about 50-50 between our large enterprises hiring. So like, the Stanleys, the Nestle's, those, versus like the SMBs. So like the kind of smaller, fast moving startups. This last month, we actually flipped that quite a bit. We actually had a ton of the enterprises hiring. So like 75% of the jobs filled last month were actually on like really large logos. Which is great, right? Like we're seeing them come back again, mostly in the repeat hire categories. And then with that, we had like some really great wins collectively, like matching great talent with these guys at Wayfair, Atlassian, Compass, Athena Health, Goldman Sachs, Pacific Western Bank, Guardian Life, Nextdoor, Under Armour, Colgate, Black & Decker, the list goes on. And then about 3 dozen kind of fast moving startups as well. So the logos are continuing to grow. We're seeing a trend where a lot of these clients are really happy with the people that we're matching with them. And then they're coming back and kind of starting to snowball at this point. So like crazy momentum. And then kind of the last update for you guys on just like account front as well. Like one thing we're measuring a lot is not only, new jobs and people getting placed at them, but when somebody gets placed on like a 3-month contract, our clients extending those contracts at the end of the 3 months. And it's like an overwhelming yes. So like we kind of plan for like 15 or so percent churn. And last month we had about an 8%, which is fantastic. It just means clients, instead of ending the project, they're like, we got to keep going. These guys are really great. Like, let's keep using these folks for longer term projects. So it was awesome to see that. And then we've got a really fast growing pipeline as well, filled with lots of logos. I won't even go through them, and a lot of startups coming into the mix. So July, for a lot of businesses, start to slow down. I don't see that happening here. I just continue to see the snowball happening through July and August. So excited to get you guys more opportunities, and tell your friends we've got lots of jobs and we need more people to fill them. So I will hand it off. Yeah.
Thanks, Grady. So I just want to like kind of double underline two things from that are like objectively super impressive that we should all be proud of here. The first one is we had our first $1 million GSV month on Braintrust in March. Then we had our first $2 million GSV month in June. That is an incredible growth rate. And I want to underscore, we don't count ourselves on GSV. So if someone does a project for Braintrust or for Freelance Labs, or like our core dev, we have several dev teams building Braintrust on Braintrust. We don't count any of that in our GSV numbers, because I don't think it's really fair to start a marketplace, become your own first user, and then say, that's revenue. And now it really is. And when the project starts publishing all this stuff publicly, we will include that. But this is all like clients that aren't us. So that's impressive growth rate. I don't care what business you're in. Second of all, rates are going up. There's more demand for what you guys do. Grady and his team have been really good about guiding clients to, when they kind of sniff out a rate that's not going to cut it, let's bring it up. We're eventually going to productize that. Sharina, maybe she'll talk about today, but maybe next time it's on the roadmap to actually like have the platform tell the client when they type in a rate, just tell them, right, like that's not going to do it, go higher, right? So like this is like really true kind of real-time marketplace software that ensures like, this kind of global arbitrage play where the middleman kind of is like, we know we can get this person at this rate, but we can charge this and we're just going to keep the difference. That model's done. It is being replaced by this software and the way we do things here transparently. So great job, Grady and team. Great job, all of you guys. Please keep referring your friends who are great designers, engineers, product managers. We have insatiable client demand for them.
Insatiable client demand. So let's talk about talent. Patsy, you're up.
Thank you. I'm going to start with seconding what just Adam said. Like the rates are going high. They're going higher and higher every month. it's wonderful to be talking to talent about the raise that we have, like $140, $150 an hour for an engineering role. I think it's crazy. It's awesome. Instead of showering you with like the regular list of open roles that we have on Braintrust, what I thought about doing today, guys, is kind of tell you a little bit about the types of roles that we're seeing, and obviously give you some specific examples that I will be then posting into the chat, as always, once I'm done talking. But what we're mostly seeing recently on Braintrust in terms of the stacks and in terms of the just general hiring trends would be a couple of things like, well, we're seeing Java arise big time. I don't know whether that is because we're getting a lot of projects that are related to payments and banks, etc. But Java is becoming a really big thing. So as you probably already know, we have about 40 open roles with Goldman that are all very heavy on Java, but that's not the only client. We have several roles with American Eagle Outfitters that actually are building a payment platform that are heavy on Java. There is a new client called Millicent. They're actually hiring in the UK mostly. So hello, European talent, go check those out. So they're also looking for a Java plus Golang engineer, etc. So that's like first thing. If you are a Java developer, if you know Java developer, please refer. We need those to fill these roles. The second trend that we're seeing a lot is generally cloud expertise. And called me maybe like, I don't know, I maybe just came out of the cave, but I'm just seeing that now. So generally any type of an engineering role that we're seeing now has to come with a cloud expertise. So what I mean by that is that we have filled several roles for machine learning and data science for Wayfair, for example. We have filled a data engineering role for First Republic Bank. Those are all roles that have generally nothing to do with any DevOps or any cloud expertise, but without a previous cloud experience, you would not be able to win that role. So that's one thing. Generally, our clients are based on AWS or GCP. So if you can like get certifications, get your hands on cloud, you know, get familiarize yourself with those type of environments, because that's going to be really helpful. Like Deloitte, for example, is looking for 18 Google Cloud experts right now with us. So that's a huge one as well. And apart from that, another, I guess, hiring trend is we're a blockchain company. So we obviously have a lot of blockchain clients. And so generally the interest and the, hey, I want to put my hands on blockchain, even if you're not a blockchain engineer, is a very like, is something that the clients are looking for. So from the top of my mind, we had clients like Endowment, which basically is an NGO based on blockchain. They're looking for a front-end engineer, they're looking for a full stack engineer, stacks like React, Redux, TypeScript, Node, not blockchain stack. However, because they're a blockchain company, what they want to see is an engineer that, yes, I know how blockchain works. Yes, I have touched Solidity, or yes, I have touched Substrate. I'm looking into it in my free time. So generally the interest to convince them that you're going to be a fit for the cutting edge technology that they're currently building. And then not to go too long with my list, but to mention the most important thing. The biggest thing we're seeing, and we're seeing that together with Shirley, and we're seeing that together with the entire team, is the accent on seniority across all the roles. So what I mean by that is generally clients are looking for people that are going to be, so obviously like 5, 6, 7 years of experience, ideally with a certain technology. But what that means is more like the mindset of like, hey, I'm gonna join your team. I'm gonna give you ideas on how you can solve problems. I'm gonna own things. I'm gonna give ideas on how to architect solutions, as opposed to give me a task that I can write the code for. I'm gonna do that from my home and then send it to you once it's completed. It goes hand in hand with, for example, the communication pre-interview and during the interview with the client, how you're communicating, how you're selling yourself, being proactive, onboarding yourself once you're actually hired. So it doesn't really stop with you receiving an offer. You should know how to onboard yourself proactively, how to take ownership over the things that the client is actually giving you, etc. So, you know, we have most of our clients are going to be looking for this type of an engineer. So very proactive, etc. And so the last thing I'm going to mention here is We are running proposal reviews, talent profile reviews, and just a bunch of other community events with Shirley where we are addressing specifically these issues: how to communicate, how to present yourself, how to behave. So if that's something that you want to talk about, like specifically targeted and tailored to you, please come join us. We have Discord channels on those topics as well. Use them, make use of them. Come talk to us. We want to see you succeed. Cool. As always, I'm going to be posting in some roles into the chat. And I'm just, thank you, Shirley.
Thank you so much, Patsy. That's invaluable information. She's on Discord. Hit her up to learn more trends. What are clients hiring for? And let's teach them how to behave, like you said. Sheena, you are head of product for us. She has some great updates for us.
All right. So not only are clients hiring, Braintrust is hiring as well. So 4 kind of big roles or projects available with Braintrust. 2 senior PM roles, 2 projects, one focused on overhauling our communication and a second focused on analytics. So apply, or if you know people, please send them our way. What's new in the product? You all might have noticed that the product continues to look and feel a little different. So we just launched a new navigation last week. This new navigation has just a cleaner information architecture so that what you are interested in is never more than a click away. So now jobs are sticky and always available in your left-hand nav. You can see your wallet balance. You can learn through the Braintrust Academy. And then we're going to be redoing the learn, earn, and vote pages, especially earn, so you can know all the ways in which you can earn Braintrust, and there's a centralized place that you can go and get started based on your level of interest and commitment. And then vote is new and will be coming and is the way in which you own and control the network. So look out for that in coordination with our public launch. What's in the works? We have a lot of things that we have been working on, some of them for a while. But at a high level, we are doing a start to finish transformation of the talent experience. So how you sign up, how you create a profile and an account, what you see once you get into the platform and what you can do there, and then the experience by which you go about finding jobs. So the biggest piece, which will for sure go out this month, is a new way for the talent that you are referring to create a profile and for you to manage your profile and update your profile and your account. That is just more streamlined, focuses on what is most important and helping you tell your story. And then the other thing that we are working on is a new landing experience for Talent Home. So Shirley, if you want to launch a quick survey, this is the #1 most visited page in our platform. And we want to make it work harder for you. So we want to know, what do you want to see on the Talent Home page? So if you want to do a quick poll, options here are jobs, companies, events and programming, Braintrust earn opportunities, community opportunities, the status of your proposals and your active jobs, and then all sorts of other content, whether it's educational about how to improve your applications and your profile, or about crypto in the space, and then other talent in the network and how you can connect with them. Right, we can make it quick, Shirley, so if you want to close it.
5 more seconds. Get your
You
answers
want to give
in.
people a warning?
Multiple selection here. And we are done. And pull and share results. Once again, I can't see the results. So Sheena, do you want to?
Yeah. So #1 is jobs for you, new jobs, featured jobs. So this is great because we have this in the works. And #2 is your jobs and your proposal info. So that totally makes sense. This is your home base where you land in and your control center. And so you kind of want at your fingertips what is most important. And then after that is companies that are hiring, programming, and earn opportunities. All right, awesome. So good news is that we have in the works all of this stuff coming. So this is not final designs, but just, a little preview of the type of content that we will be making available on the homepage with a focus on top on jobs. And then last, we want you to know that we have the channels of communication open, and we're constantly talking to you and trying to learn from you so that we can improve the product. Last month, we did user research on why you refer, when you refer, how you refer, who you refer to. And based on what we heard from you, which I won't go into the details in the interest of time, I just want you to know we're actioning on that. So we heard from you that you want to refer specific people to specific jobs, and those, you want to make sure that those job details are available to people before they join in the network. And you want more transparency about where people are in the onboarding process and which jobs are active. So those are things that we are actively working on making available. We're going to be continuing to do user research. So I'll post the link in the chat. If you want to sign up and participate this month, we're going to be, when we launch the new onboarding flow, we will be doing usability testing so we can figure out what's working and what's not working, and how can we make that process more efficient and faster. That's it.
Thanks so much, Trina. That's a lot packed into a couple minutes. And in true decentralized fashion, governance is a huge initiative of Braintrust. To talk to us about governance is Megan.
I forgot to unmute. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an overview about governance and what's been coming on the infrastructure side. So we always talk about how we are a user-controlled platform, user-owned, and we are focusing on our community. This is putting rubber to the road and delivering on this decentralized promise. And I'm very excited to announce that we are very, very close to launching our governance experience. So the next thing that you are going to see from the infrastructure launching in a soft launch, and I'll explain what I mean in a moment, is we're going to have the voting experience. As Shrina teased, we have a new vote option on the main navigation. And you're going to see that on the main platform. And then we're also adding governance into our marketing site as well. You're also going to see a new Braintrust Academy course that will help people that are brand new to governance in the cryptocurrency world to learn how to participate and how to get your voices heard. Sorry, I'm seeing this Lorem Ipsum, terrible. But we're also going to be launching a help center with all sorts of governance documentation. And the governance documentation will be the first thing that we launch in a brand new help center. So to give you guys a little bit of an overview of what you're actually going to be seeing, you're going to see this is our Braintrust Academy course of what governance will look like. This is some teaser screenshots of what voting will look like within the platform. So when you go to this vote page, you're going to see proposals, and you're going to be able to vote for or against proposals once you connect your wallet. And we're also launching an online marketing experience on our marketing website to give you kind of the 4 phases, the overview, and an introduction to this, because governance is one of those things that is very different than we might be used to. So we're trying to do a lot of work to try and help you learn how to participate in governance. And finally, this is a total teaser. We're doing a new help center with all sorts of documentation where we're going to be launching it. So this is a back-end view of our new CMS. This is going to be redesigned and sent out to you guys sometime in July. So very exciting. So the top 3 questions that we get about governance, I wanted to address them. So can governance work without the Braintrust token launching publicly? And the answer is yes. So we have been doing extensive testing of our Braintrust token on the Ropsten Ethereum testing network, which means that we can leverage this network to be able to launch governance early. So just as you would be able to on a mainstream network, we're able to give you tokens that match your internal wallet into this testing network, so you can use your voting power now, today, well, once we launch the product, in order to participate in governance. So it's very exciting that we're going to be able to launch governance early, which also enables us to put some things in play in ahead of our public token launch. The next big question, do I have to spend my tokens? No, you do not spend your tokens to vote. Your wallet balance does not decrease when you vote. Your tokens represent your voting power, meaning the more Braintrust you have, the stronger your vote counts on various proposals. You'll also hear things like on-chain voting and off-chain voting. This is nomenclature that's so normal to us that I forget that other people don't always know what that means. So when we talk about chain, we're talking about the blockchain. So on voting for things that affect the blockchain or on-chain, or things that are not necessarily written into our smart contract blockchain code, those things that are off-chain. So an example, oh, pardon me, an example of something that would be off-chain is like, hey, I think that Braintrust should remove the talent waitlist, and I'm going to submit a proposal for this. That is not written into our core smart contract, so we can affect change with that without going to an on-chain vote. An on-chain vote might be an example would be Braintrust should change their fees to 12% versus 10%. Those things are written into the core of the blockchain and they require on-chain voting to change. So those are kind of the top 3 questions. I welcome any other questions that you might have about this in the chat. It always helps us make sure that we're communicating what we need to communicate with you as well. So if you're getting excited and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm ready, I'm in, what do I do next? The good news is it's coming. So it's now on our staging site. We're doing extensive testing and hoping to push it live into production in the next couple weeks. So if you want to participate, the first thing to do is to join our Discord. Make sure that you are chatting with us, sharing ideas with other community members and getting those conversations started. Next, watch for our announcement. We'll send out a community newsletter when this launches and it'll be all over Discord. And I'll be recommending that the first thing you do is to take the Braintrust Academy course to learn how it all works. And within that course, we'll coach you through it, but next thing you're going to want to do is get your tools all set up. So you're going to want to build out a crypto wallet, let us know what that wallet is so we can get you your tokens into that wallet, and then connect your wallet on Snapshot and our on voting portal. So these are kind of the next things that you're going to be doing before you can participate. And then to give you a little bit of a sneak peek about what else is coming, what else we have been working on. We're working on a dispute resolution center that allows clients and talents to go through a formal process. It is an unbiased process. We do not want to be the company or the network that says we're siding with the person that pays the fees. That is not the process here. So if you are interested in joining our jury, there will be a lot more information coming out about this. But if this is the kind of thing that you say, this could be really interesting, I'm interested in weighing in my opinion on whether this claim is accurate or not, let me know. I'd be happy to talk to you about the jury. As you saw, we are launching a help center. So governance documentation is coming first, and then shortly after we will be adding in additional support articles. There will be some Braintrust earning opportunities for community members that want to help support this. And please be sure to continue using the help channel in Discord to let us know what questions you have, so that way we can make sure we're building support articles to address them. And then also I'm just going to tease this a little bit. We are working on a public dashboard where you can get real-time data on how the platform is doing. You're going to be able to see talent counts, job counts. Those GSV and GCV numbers are going to be publicly available for you. This is part of our Building in Public campaign and something we're really excited about. If there are data points that you are really excited about, shoot me over a message in Discord and we can look into adding them into future versions. So that is all for me. Feel free to shoot me questions in the chat or over in Discord. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, Megan. Very, very different from other talent networks that I've ever heard of or experienced. This is amazing stuff that we're building here, and you're all invited. And marketing has lots on their plate. Kat, would you take over, please?
Yes, absolutely. So as Shirley mentioned, I'm Kat. I'm from the marketing team at Braintrust. I'm just going ahead and going to share a quick update about content. Oops, sorry, pressed the wrong button there. About content that's happening on Braintrust right now. So first things first, we are really curious to understand where you guys get your news. What kind of newsletters do you subscribe to? What publications do you refer to? And this is in regards to either industry specific news or role specific news. So do you subscribe to a really awesome engineering or design newsletter? We're super curious. So please type in the comments and let us know. feel free to take a couple minutes and share that. Hot off the presses. So we are producing awesome, really valuable, interesting content every single week on the Braintrust blog. These kind of vary a lot, right? So here's just a quick snapshot of a couple pieces that have been produced recently. They range from things like, helpful content of what to ask before you sign on your next freelance project to make sure it's a great fit for you. Talent features, if you guys remember Zed from, I believe it was last month, sharing his best tips for making proposals stand out through the art of storytelling. A lot of thought leadership pieces, speaking about just generally what's going on in the world of work. You all mentioned you were really interested in hearing updates about crypto and blockchain. Well, we got great content here with Adam Jackson being a guest on Around the Coin podcast, so please check that out. And then also, as you heard from Grady earlier today, when we're sharing big, exciting stories about clients, those are all on the blog as well. So just head to usebraintrust.com/blog and check out all the great content there. And then the stuff that I really want to highlight to all of you as owners of this network, the information that you really need to stay in the know is being produced every single week on Thursday on our blog in the form of these growth reports. So these are weekly updates that let you know everything that's going on at Braintrust. So it's got all the hot information about, what product features are being developed or what's going on with governance, all of these important details that Megan was just sharing about how you are going to be able to exercise your control over Braintrust. They also include talent features. They include new hot jobs that are hiring, great content that's being produced, everything that you need to know about Braintrust right there, open on the blog, ready for you. So please check them out, stay in tune, and we'd love to hear what you think about them. We'd love to hear what you want to know. If you have ideas of ways we can improve these, make them more valuable, tell you more information that you're curious about, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're all on Discord, obviously. You can find me at Kat, K-A-T. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Kat. And I want to make a public shout out to the marketing team, Kat and Barbara, who's also here with us. Before they joined to today, our brand has a huge facelift from a startup vibe to something that actually, we're so proud of to showcase on the world stage. So thank you, ladies, for your hard work and so much that you've accomplished. And so to wrap in tradition, we always want to give everyone an opportunity to earn Braintrust. And instead of one winner this month, again, I want to announce that we have actually published a new crypto class in Braintrust Academy. So I'm going to share my screen to show you what that looks like. It's recently just published. For those of you who don't know the Braintrust Academy yet, please check it out. There are lots of good resources on how to get jobs, how does Braintrust work, best profile examples and portfolio examples. But we also created one called Blockchain, Crypto, and Braintrust. So this is not a generic what is blockchain, what is crypto course, because you can Google that anytime you want. This is more, how does that relate to the Braintrust network? And what does it mean by us building on blockchain? And what does it mean to you as owners of the network? So we do have a simple explanation of what is blockchain, but also goes into the history of crypto economics and also decentralized token networks by industry leaders like Chris Dixon from Andreessen Horowitz and Jesse Walden, who is also ex-Andreessen, now his own fund, Variant Fund, is an investor with us, and talks about the ownership economy. And of course, we have excerpts from our founder and CEO, Adam Jackson, talking about the Braintrust token. There are quizzes in here, fun quizzes, to make sure you're not just pressing next, next, next. You're going to have to pass the quizzes to pass this class. And a fun part is every lesson that you complete, you actually automatically get 5 Braintrust tokens in your Braintrust wallet. So would love for you to check out this course. If you already have lots of blockchain knowledge, great. Hopefully this is a refresher to you and also understanding how this relates to Braintrust. If you have not taken or no information about blockchain or crypto, that's okay, because I didn't either. And guess what? I created this course. So it's for someone like you and I who have probably a 5-year-old understanding of blockchain and crypto. If I can create it, you can understand it. I would love your feedback. Take the survey. Let me know what you think and what else you would like us to create going forward. So I've dropped the link in chats. Let me know what you think. Okay, and everyone today who actually enrolls today will get an extra 20 Braintrust tokens. So if I can see who enrolls, I will be sending the Braintrust tokens accordingly. And that's all that I have for you all today. I thank you for your time. We actually have 7 minutes left over. How do we feel about a quick Q&A? Anyone has any last minute questions, comments that you want to ask the team? We got your whole core team here, so shoot away. Anyone, I'm opening up the stage.
Am I audible?
Hi there.
Hey, Himanshu this side. I'm asking, does Braintrust plan to have regional or does already have regional community leaders in order to organize, tech community events sort of?
I would love to. We are definitely, I would love to do that. May I ask what region you are in?
I'm based out in India.
Okay, let's chat. I have a lot of great people that I talk to in India that I would love to introduce you to, and then let's set up something for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Frank, what did you think of today's session?
Which Frank?
You.
Oh, well, I really liked it. And I'm really excited to take this crypto course. I'm actually going to take that this afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I actually had a question about, thank you. I had a question about your background, actually.
My background? Okay.
Yeah. On the left side, is that an old school Mac?
Oh, yes, it is. It's a 1986 Macintosh. I can't take credit for it. My husband is into fixing old Macintoshes, and he's always on 68K MLA. If you are into that thing, I can introduce you guys.
I just remember using those back in school.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, thank you everyone for your time today. Happy Friday. For those of you who celebrate, have a wonderful 4th weekend.
Hey, Shirley, real quick, I put it in the chat, but the Braintrust Academy course you just talked about for the introduction into crypto, now we need the next level. Okay, so once you have the introduction, then taking it to the next level, how do you start diving in more into digital currencies and blockchains and et cetera. So that'd be good to link over if there's some existing training that's out there already. As you said, don't reinvent the wheel. That might be more that we might want to start looking into now, and more of us learn more about it.
Calvin, for that sentiment, I'll send you Braintrust already. But yes,
perfect.
We will absolutely be building on top. I am always someone who's MVP first, and then we will build on top always. Thank you for that suggestion. All right, Aaron.
We're here to grow.
Any closing words?
Have a great long weekend for those who celebrate, and really great to see all you guys here. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.